Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Home Rich Studio. If you like farmhouse decor pieces, this video is for you. I have 4 pieces to share with you right now. And here is the first piece. And here are some things you're going to need. I have this jar, the MDF board from the Dollar Tree. And I have these felt stickers, the letters from the Dollar Tree also. And I have different stickers also from the Dollar Tree. I need 2 different kinds, so 2 different fonts. And I have a bunch of ribbon I pulled also from the Dollar Tree. I think all this stuff is from the Dollar Tree. I have jute and that little bee there and some little itty bitty beads. A couple tags here. These flowers, orange daisies, I don't know what the yellow ones are, but they're all from the Dollar Tree. This label, or I don't know what it is, it's like a permanent label type thing from the Dollar Tree, and the paint's not from the Dollar Tree. So I have Waverly Pumpkin, I just have some acrylic black, and I have the Apple Barrel acrylic, it's called Sunbeam. And the orange slice, sorry, that's not from the Dollar Tree either. And I got these from Amazon. They're lime, lemon, and orange slices, and they're really, really nice. And I will, if I remember, hopefully I can leave the link, if I can find it, down below in my description box. So first I'm going to take the mason jar, and I'm going to take this label here. I think it's like a permanent label maker. It's for Cricut. And I'm just going to trace it out and then cut it out, because we're going to be putting this on the top of the mason jar. And now I thought I'd try to remove the paper from the front. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. This didn't come off so well. I soaked it really good with water, and I have these little scraper tools from the Dollar Tree, and it wasn't coming off. And the more I scraped it, the more it was damaging the MDF board. So I decided that I was just going to peel this burlap piece off the front using my blow dryer and this tool here. And it just melts the glue, and it'll pop right off. And I'm just going to use the back instead. So you can put craft paper down on the front. And that's, or you can paint it. Craft paper is probably a lot easier, and you can get that at the Dollar Tree also. And so now I'm going to paint this, but I'm not going to paint the top because I'm going to glue that burlap on there. And also I'm going to put this, I'm not going to put the sticker on just yet, but I'm going to trace, like I don't need to paint where I'm going to paint the sticker or where I'm going to place the sticker. So I'm just tracing that. But I end up painting it because when I put the glue on, or glue, when I put this paint on it, I got a little heavy-handed and I dumped too much on there. So I was trying to save, paint, and no, I did not. So I just ended up painting the whole thing. But concentrating mostly on the top and on the bottom. And this is a marmalade sign, and so this is what you're going to see. So yep, I'm just painting. And fun fact about marmalade, if you don't know what marmalade is, it's a fruit preserve made from a citrus fruit and the peel, usually oranges, and it has a chunkier consistency. It can be used as a spread, like on toast or biscuits, and it can also be used as a glaze for meats and veggies, and I've done that before, and it's really good. I love marmalade. I grew up in a house, we had marmalade all the time. I don't eat it much anymore because although I love it, it's just full of sugar, and I'm trying to stay away from the sugar. Anyway, enough about marmalade. But if you didn't know, now you do. Now I took this Sunbeam acrylic color, and I'm just putting in like little splotches of this, just like it's part of the peel. So if you've ever seen the marmalade jar, and you can get this like at any grocery store, You can see kind of the little chunky peels in it, and they're lighter orange, and that's just what I'm doing here. And now I'm just going to put the sticker down here. I'm going to use this as a label. And once it sticks, that's it. It's not going to come up. So you kind of get one try with this. So I have this sped up, but I was going really, really slow. And so, yep, I put that down, and I'm just cutting off the edge. And by the way, the edges on this piece, they were pretty rough, so I did go ahead and sand those down. And now I'm just going to put the burlap piece back on here, and that will be the top, like the lid. And obviously before I do all this, the paint has to dry. You guys know that though. And I thought it needed to be, I don't know, like distressed, dirtied up a little bit. So I have my truffle chalk paint here, and I start distressing it very lightly, but I end up going over it a lot more because I just didn't like how stark white that sticker was. And even at the end, I'm thinking I probably could have even distressed it even more and kind of edged it and outlined it. And now I have these little felt stickers, and I'm finding the middle with a ruler, and then I just start with the middle two, the A and the N. So the middle is in between the A and the N, and then you can go ahead and fill in the rest of them. So working from the inward to the outward part of it. And then I'm finding the middle on the bottom there, and taking the middle letter, putting that down, and I'm finding, the spacing between orange in the top of the label and then marmalade in the bottom of the label. That's what I was measuring out there. Now I'm giving it some stitching. And then I'm outlining the cap there a little bit to give it more definition. And again, see what I mean? I felt like it was just too white. It just needed more. So I just went back in with that truffle and kind of blended it in with my finger too a little bit more. And now I have one of these tags from the Dollar Tree, and here's where the other stickers come in because it's just a different font. And I'm just going to put 50 cents on there. So I just took a 5 and a 0. They didn't have a cent sign, so I just took a C, and then I took one of the I's and I clipped off 2 little like rectangular pieces for the top and the bottom above the C and below the C. And then I just made like a little teeny circle and put it right in front of the 5, so you can tell it's 50 cents. They were kind of hard to stick because they were so little. And now I have this baker's twine, also from the Dollar Tree. And I took the darker one. I was going to use the orange, but I think there was just too much orange on the sign. So I took the darker one, and you can't really see it anyway because this tag is really long. I wanted a smaller tag, and I thought I had smaller ones, but I can't find them. So I just used this. And I just put 3 beads on it, and I'm just going to tie it. Simple, simple. And then I'm going to clip that string off. And I'm going to just glue it right there on the lid because we're going to cover that up. And then I glued the tag on there, and I made stitching on the top and the bottom and 2 rows of stitching on the top of that tag just with my Sharpie. And I have this orange ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put some up on the top there, and then I glue some above the label and below the label. And after I was done with this, I thought, you know what, they have black stitching like this, and they also have white, but I think the black would have looked better than the orange because it just became so orange. But I guess marmalade is usually typically orange. I mean, I do know they make it with other fruits, but usually it's just with the orange. And yeah, so I'm just wrapping it around the back. And then I glued that tag down, and I tried to pull it up, but it would have ripped the label and pulled the paint off and everything else. So now I'm just gonna kind of piece this together here because I wanted to put it underneath. I mean, this was an afterthought, that's why I did that. I just thought it needed something a little bit more. And if you watch my videos, I'm always like that. When I'm done, I stand back, I look at it, and I'm like, nope, it needs more, so I add more. And then, yep, same thing on the bottom. Just piecing that, or putting a big long piece down there and gluing it around the back. And then now I'm going to put some flowers on there, an orange daisy, and 3 of these little teeny yellow flowers. I'm just clipping off the little end there on the back of the flower so it lays flatter. I didn't on the little yellow ones because sometimes they're so tiny and thin that when you cut them off, the whole flower will fall apart, and I wanted to see that green in the middle. Now I glued a bee up there and 1 more yellow flower. And I thought it needed something more than yellow and orange, right? So I stuck a little piece of greenery in the top and the bottom. And last but not least, we have to use that orange slice. I love these. They're so nice. They're plastic. And yeah, there you go. And I'm cleaning off all the little glue webs. And here's a close-up. I really like this piece. Let me know what you think about it. And here's the next piece, or should I say 3 pieces. We have the pig, the hen, and the, not hen, chicken, and the cow farmhouse pieces. And I'm using these 3 signs from the Dollar Tree. I have this material from the Dollar Tree. It's kind of like a light red color. It's the material that you find rolled up. This rug is from the Dollar Tree. And I just pulled out a bunch of ribbon. I don't use all this, but whatever is kind of farmhousey that I had in my stash. And I got all 3 of these pieces from the Dollar Tree. And so now I'm just removing all the pieces that I can remove from here for another project. And I'm only going to give 1 a coat of black paint. And the reason is because, and this is just acrylic paint, is because you can see through this material slightly. You could see the wording. So now I'm just going to cut a big square with about 1.5 to 2 inches of material. I would remove those stickers if you're going to make these, because I do finish the back in a different way, and you'll see later on in this video. But I'm just going to take and glue it all around. So I glue one side and then I glue the other side, and I kind of pull it tight, not super tight, but taut. And then I'm just going to take the top and I'm going to wrap it like a present. So fold it in, and then I glue it, and then I fold it in on the other side and glued that. Okay, and now we're going to make two of these. I'm only going to make one here on film, but I do make two of these, and I take this rug. What I like about it is like that chevron. I think that's very farmhousey, and I really thought it was kind of cool. And I cut off the edge because the edge is stitched, and obviously no fringe either. And now this is thicker, so I glued the top and the bottom, and you don't want to pull this too tight either also, because it will because it's thicker, the design in the front, it will move it and it will make it look kind of crooked. So you just want to kind of just set it on there and not pull it really at all. Because this is thicker, I actually had to cut off the corners because I couldn't do that little like present wrapping thing where you fold it in, because it was just, you know, like I said, way too thick. So I just cut a little square out on the end there. And this one has, instead of 1 to 1.5 around the perimeter of the square, it's more like 2 inches. And that's what it looks like. And I just said I made 2, and this is what the 3 of them look like together. And I'm placing the little animals on here. And I'm just going to hot glue each one of them onto the bottom, and then reinforce it in the back. And I do it to all 3 of them. And the reason that I left that little edge or ledge that they're standing on is because this can be a shelf stander, or if you want, you can open up that back, like the little picture frame thing there on the back, and you could literally put like a book, like a cookbook or something on it. So if you only wanted to make one of these, it could be like a cookbook stand. That pig had a scratch on it, so I just put a little bit of acrylic paint on it. And this is how I'm going to finish the back. I just have this ribbon. I'm sure that you recognize it. It's from the Dollar Tree. I use this stuff a lot. I like it. And I'm just going to run it over the edge on all sides. That's why I said if you're going to make this, pull the sticker off. And obviously this is totally customizable. You know, just if you're using a thinner piece of material, you'll just want to paint underneath it either black or white, so you know you can't really see the wording through it. And I thought they looked really boring, so I have this little bottle of chalk paint. You can use acrylic paint, and I'm just edging the sides there, and where there's like kind of like more of a crease, I'm going a little bit heavier with the edging, you know, like up between the legs and all that. And I did that to all 3 pieces. And this is a garland. Sorry, that video went really fast. It's just a long garland wreath from Hobby Lobby. It was $4.99 and I got it for 40% off. And this is just, you know, a wired wreath. And yeah, I was going to cut it with my scissors, and I'm like, nope. Even though it's really thin, it will damage your scissors. So I was good, and I walked away for a quick second and got my wire cutters. That's why you saw that, me kind of walk away. And I just cut a little piece, and I'm just going to put it around the cow here, just around like its neck. So I bent it on one end, and then I glued it and then bent it on the other end and popped it underneath. And I have this baker's twine string. It's black and white, and I just made a little shoelace bow. You can't really see it. You can see it up close, but I ended up putting a button on it too. I just wanted to jazz this up more. I thought they would look really plain. And I was going to put words on it like oink, moo, cluck, or whatever, but I didn't end up doing that. I thought I didn't want to. I thought it was just adding too much to it. And so, yeah, this pig was going to be a boy, but I made it a girl. I put a little bow on top of its head, and then I have a little red button, and I'm gluing it in the middle of that bow, so that kind of matches the red with the chicken. And I have this chevron ribbon. I believe I got that from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but anyway, I'm trying to tie a bow here. And I thought that would pick up the chevron on the other two pieces. So I just made a little bow there. And of course we have to put a button on that one too. And so this was a tiny dark gray button. And I felt like the cow was left out, so I got a little white button and glued it on that. And now I feel like it doesn't need words, and I think it turned out really cute. What do you think? And here's the end. Let me know which piece is your favorite. This was really quick and easy and budget friendly. A lot of fun to make. And yeah. And I want to thank you for spending time with me at Homeridge Studio. And don't forget to subscribe and like my video. And I will see you really soon. Bye. Have a great day.